What's up, people? Today I'm just taking a little look at a recent GQ article where they interview Pedro. I'll put a link to that below. And it's a cool little article because he talks about working on Game of Thrones. He talks about the new movie he's doing with Nick Cage, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. I think that's called. Haven't seen that yet, but I want to. But of course, they do a little bit of talking about The Last of Us, so that's what I want to focus on. And yes, of course, he talks a little about playing the game. So I guess he didn't play it that much. He says he played it a little bit, and then he let it, and then he passed it off to his nephew. So I don't know. I feel like maybe he should have played it more, or maybe he just watched videos of it on YouTube just to understand what's happening. Who knows? Or maybe Craig Mazin or Neil just gave him a document of some sort that told him the entire story. But I kind of feel like he should have played a bit more. But these are all just little screenshots that I took from the article, the whole article. Yeah, a little bit he talks about watching his nephew play. He watched for as long as he was able to do. He had to go. But here's a little part that I like. He found Joel so impressive. I found the whole of it such a visually impressive experience, and then I got worried that I would have to imitate too much, which I think could be right in some circumstances and then a mistake in others. So I just wanted to create a healthy distance, and for that to be more in the hands of Craig Mazin and Neil Druckmann. So here it seems like he's not 100% going with Joel from the game and taking his own angle at it, which I don't know. It doesn't. I mean, he's a super talented actor, so whatever he does with it will be great. Here's a bit more about it. There's only 3 actual questions about The Last of Us, but I like what he says. It helps give you a little bit more details. The depth of storytelling, especially for a video game in 2013, is so phenomenal. I don't want to spoil anything, because, this writer or question knows how the game works out, what happens. I don't want to spoil anything, but how close do you think the script sticks to the game? So this is a pretty big detail right here. Because I'm not even sure how much of the game Pedro is aware of. But his answer, there's a very, very creative way of honoring what's important and also preserving what is iconic to the experience of the video game, and also to include things that you wouldn't necessarily expect, and then directions that you would expect it to go, and it might not. They're doing some really smart things, is all I can say. So it's kind of like right here he's kind of saying that it's definitely not sticking to the video game, and from all the footage that's been online already, they're definitely expanding on it and not just focusing on the video game. Like, I know for sure that they're going to go back to before the pandemic and show how it actually began, which they didn't do in the games. Like, I didn't get the entire answer here, so I copied the rest of it over here. It's similar to the way Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni treat The Mandalorian, are treating The Last of Us. It's in good hands because they loved it so much. But at the same time, The Mandalorian isn't based on previous written material, or maybe it is, I don't know. But, The Last of Us is. It's in good hands because they love it so much. Well, clearly Neil created the game, and Craig just loves the game. So it really is made for the people who love it. And there's some very intense storytelling for people who might be less familiar, yeah. So, he's straight up saying that if you love the game, you're going to love the show. And if you don't love the game or never even seen it, you're still going to love the show. Which is true. I mean, there's no way the show is going to be bad. I just know it's going to be awesome. Well, I didn't really want to go too far into this. I just interesting to see some of the stuff that he said in the interview, and it gives us a little bit of insight into the directions that the show is going, though a lot of people we already know that it's 100% not just the game it's going to be expanded on, so they can, maybe turn the first game into 2 seasons. Or I'm thinking, I don't know, judging from the footage I've seen, I'm thinking that they're going to be like, the first game is going to be half the season. No, I mean, like, they're gonna take the first game and expand that into multiple seasons. I feel like they're not even gonna touch Last of Us 2 yet. That could be like, season 3 or 4 or 5, who knows. They could kind of just expand on this and make it whatever they want, really. But that's just a little bit of an excerpt from the interview that just talks about The Last of Us. I'll put a link below to the whole interview so you can read all of it, because it's just a nice little interview anyways, and everybody loves Pedro. He's kind of like everyone's favorite actor in the world right now, and for good reason. But thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that other fun stuff. Have a good day.